Okay, so the next item that we have coming up in our As Seen on TV hour is an item that every single car needs to have.
Absolutely.
First of all, from a safety perspective, we all know that we need things like a flashlight, we need a seatbelt cutter, and we need a glass breaker in our car in the event of anything happening.
Absolutely.
This is the coolest item. It's called the car cane. So for every time that you have struggled to get in and out of your car, or any of your passengers have struggled to get in and out of your car, whether it is because you've got knee issues, back issues, pregnancy, whatever it is, this is a handle that helps you get yourself out of the car.
This is one of those products where I want to slap my forehead and say, why didn't I think about this?
Exactly.
Well, because think about this, okay? What's one thing that we all do every day? Get in and out of a car or a truck or something like that. What's one thing that so many people have a problem with? Getting in and out of a car or something like that. And this is a device that is absolutely going to revolutionize. It's going to give back freedom and mobility to so many people out there. It's called the car cane. Here it is sitting right here on our little strike plate off of a door of a car, okay? Now, when I take this out and you look at this, you can see that's a very familiar shape for all of us, okay? It has a nice long handle with a comfort grip on it, and that's a non-slip grip. It's rubberized, so your hand's not going to slide off of this. We have this part right here. That's what we call the beak, okay? This is made of forged steel, okay? And that goes down into the handle of this. Now, when you want to use the car cane to get in of or out of a vehicle, what you're going to do is you're going to place it in the strike plate on the door. You're like, well, what's a strike plate? This is where your car door attaches to the frame of the car, okay? Well, and I'll show you that on a real car in just a second, but all you're going to do, look, watch the installation. Done. That's all you have to do. Once I have that in place, I can put 350 pounds of weight on this and use it to lift myself out of the car or help me get into the vehicle. It's that simple to do. Now, a couple of other features on this. The end of the strike plate will also break a window right there. You can see that if you need to get out of a car. There's a flashlight built into the top of this. And we have a seatbelt cutter down here on the end. And that seatbelt cutter, you can't touch it. No matter what you do, you're not going to be able to cut yourself with that. But it will cut through your seatbelts. But for people out there who have hip pain, back pain, knee pain, they need the car cane because this is going to help you get in and out. Let's go over to the car and I want to show you how this works, okay? We're going to walk over to our vehicle over here.
And again, no installation on this. So you're going to keep it in your glove box. You're going to keep it in the center console. When you need it, it's there. Yeah,
and you can carry it with you. I like to keep one in the door, okay?
Oh, perfect.
Fits nicely in this car right here. It fits nicely in the door. It's right there whenever I need it, okay? So all I'm going to do when I want to get out of the car is I grab the car cane, all right? This is the strike plate right here. Okay, I'm going to take this, you stick it in there like that. Look how easy this is to do. I can put one hand or two hands on here and use this to push myself out of the vehicle, okay? Now, if you got a bad back or bad knees, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, to get back in, what am I going to do? I'm going to turn myself around, I'm going to grab the car cane, put my hands on this, and lower myself in nice and gently to the vehicle.
I'm slapping my
Very
forehead.
simple to do. It'll work on the front door. It'll work on the back door. You can put this in the little compartments on the side of the door. You can put it in your center console, in your glove compartment. But the big deal is when you need that help getting up and out of the car, slide it in like that, just push down, and you're up. And 350-pound weight capacity. So if you've got somebody in your family who's an older person who has a really hard time getting into a car, maybe you're somebody like me and you've got bad knees and it's really tough. You know, I drive little sports cars sometimes, and it's tough. I love the car, but the getting in and out part I don't love. This makes it so easy to get in and out of the vehicle. It really does make it simple.
To try it. Can I try it?
Yeah, try it. Come on over.
Okay, so here, I'll let you hold that one.
All right, I'm going to hold that one.
So I'm the same way.
Now take it out and do the whole thing. Do the whole installation.
Okay, so I'm keeping it in my door. Yeah. So this, I just need to get. Ooh, your car smells like a new car. I love it.
It's Chad's.
Okay, that was that was it.
Yeah.
So now
you're done.
First of all, it has the perfect grip.
It's that simple to do.
So it's super comfortable.
That's it.
Oh, I love that you have that support.
Imagine that you've got someone in your family that's an older person that has a lot of mobility problems getting in and out of the car. Imagine you've got somebody who's wheelchair bound. Maybe you're a caregiver and you've got somebody you've got to transfer from a wheelchair into the car.
Absolutely.
This makes it so simple to do. And it's not just for cars. We're talking about trucks too. If you've got a truck with running boards and you want to get up into that, you can actually use this to put your weight on it and get you up into your vehicle as well. And I want to show you something else here, because a lot of folks out there, they're not getting in the front of the car, especially if you're taking around somebody who's older and maybe they're not driving anymore. They're going to want to get into the back of the car, okay? A lot of people don't realize this. 99.9% of the cars of the world have this thing right here. That's called the strike plate. Now, people wonder, why is that so strong? This is actually bolted to the frame of the car, okay? So that is not going to go anywhere. You put that car cane right in there like that. Notice it fits in the front, fits in the back. Put your weight on it and watch this. When I want to get in or out of the car, I put my weight on this just like that. without hitting my head, put your weight on here, and you push yourself up. It couldn't be any easier to do. And when you're done, you take it with you. And the nice thing is, this is very lightweight because this is all forged aluminum right here. So it's very lightweight. You can take this with you, put it in your purse, your bag, or whatever, and then you've got a light on it. So if you want to find your keys in your purse, if you need help finding the keyhole on the door on your house, you can use that light as well. So many awesome features on this.
The fact that nobody has created this until now
crazy, isn't it?
is blowing my mind. So
it's crazy.
First of all, something that we all need to have in our car, the flashlight. You need to have something to break your seatbelt in the event of an accident.
You do.
You need to have the glass break. These are things that every vehicle should have. Every vehicle of every loved one you know should have one of these in their car. But the fact now that there's a handle, there's no installation required.
None whatsoever.
That helps either you
just fits right in.
Someone riding with you, a passenger riding with you, get in and out of the car. And it takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You slide it in there. And it's not like a little flimsy handle. It is wide enough where you can get a good grip on it.
2 hands if you want to.
It's comfortable. And then you sit down.
That's all there is to it.
Oh my gosh, anyone even knee problems,
and here's the thing.
problems.
Well, here's the thing too. Let me show you something. If I didn't have the car cane, how would I get out of this car? Well, I'd be sitting down here and I'd be like grabbing everything I could.
Exactly.
You know, especially if you're an older person with a bad back, knees, or hips, you're grabbing everything. Sometimes they've got those handles up here, but it's much harder to pull yourself up than it is to just push. The pushing is so much easier. Your body is just made so that it's easier to lift it that way when you're pushing up than it is to be pulling up this way. You know, if you ever go to the gym and try to do a pull-up, much harder than a push-up, okay? Much different. With the car cane, you're using those muscles to push yourself up out of the car. And as Carrie pointed out a moment ago, you've got the striker on the front of this so you can break that window. You've got the seatbelt cutter. You've got the flashlights built into this. You should have one for every door in the car. Seriously, you should have one for every door in the car. So when you've got someone in there, maybe at least 2, and put one in every vehicle that you have. Especially if you've got someone in your house that has limited mobility, somebody who's elderly, you know, or if you yourself, like I've got, there are days where my back just doesn't want to cooperate. You know what I mean? Maybe I've gone running, I've done something, and the next morning I'm sore, and getting in and out is just a chore. But with the car cane, not so much. It makes my life so much easier. So it's not just for the old, it's for anybody who's got those hip pains, knee pains, back pains.
Mobility issues, I mean, injuries.
It's freedom.
I mentioned, you know, pregnant women that struggle to get in and out of the car with the extra weight. This is a perfect gift for them. We all, at some point in our lives, have struggled to get in and out of the car, and it's something that we all do every single day. Now it's just easier. I love that we have this. This is the first time that you're seeing this, and these are flying out of here because so many of us are going, oh my gosh, that is going to be so helpful for me. That's going to be so helpful for my mom or my dad. $10 to get this home on Flex.
You know what's funny? I'm actually moving the car right now with this. I mean, because it'll hold this will hold 350 pounds. You can feel the car moving right now, right? I mean, I'm moving this car back and forth a little bit just by pressing on the car cane. And remember, this has right here, this forged steel, this aluminum goes through this. It has what we call, you ever seen a knife, they have what they call a tang? It's a piece of steel that goes down through the handle. This steel goes down about to here, in here. So you're actually getting the steel go down inside of this as well. And that's how you're getting that added strength. And also, the comfort grip on this is just wonderful. Oh, you know, one more thing. People will say, well, you know, with the flashlight, what am I going to do with that in the car? All right. Think about this. Have you ever gotten out your car at night when it's either raining or snowing and there's ice on the ground? You can actually get out of the car, point that flashlight at the ground, and see what's on the ground before you step out. Get your footing, and that's the nice thing about this, is that with the car cane, it gives you that chance to get your, look at that, I got both hands on this now. It gives you that chance to get your footing before you step out of the vehicle and start walking away. And you can use it all the way out, pull it out, either leave it in the car or take it with you.
Brilliant. It's absolutely such a solution to a problem that all of us have either had some time in our life or we know somebody that does, whether they're, you know, in your car occasionally or all of the time. Have this in your glove box. Never be without it. Never be in a situation where someone is struggling to get in and out of your car. And if that's you, we've all been there. We all know what it's like when you are struggling to sit down in that seat, like if it's a lower, you know, sports car like Lou drives. That's scary. When you don't, you know, you're just trying to get in and not hit your head, and then, of course, getting nervous about trying to get out of the car. Now you have a handle that gives you tons of support, finally a place for you to grab to lift yourself out of the car. I think this is brilliant. Not to mention, you're breaking the glass, you're cutting the seatbelt, you have that flashlight, so it's a tremendous, tremendous thing to have in your car from a safety perspective. $9.98 to get this home.
And it doesn't matter what kind of car it is. It could be a big car, small car, it could be a truck, an SUV. It works in all of them. 99% of the cars in the world. I only know of one car in the entire world that does not have a strike plate, and that is a handmade car that costs well over $100,000. So you're probably not, that's not going to be an issue for most of us. It's certainly not for me, okay? This is going to work in 99% of the cars out there, no matter make, model, size, it doesn't matter. And, you know, as Carrie said, if you got somebody in the house that's infirmed, if you got knee pain, back pain, hip pain, you need the car cane. You could have broken your leg. There are people that sprain things. Pregnant women. I mean, so many uses for this. And it's amazing to me that every car just doesn't come with one of these.
It's so true.
Isn't it? I mean, just to get, well, let's face it. We're making our cars smaller all the time. We're making the openings to the doors much more difficult to get in and out of. I mean, I understand how that happens. You know, sometimes they have those handles on the ceiling to help you out. Sometimes they don't. With the car cane, you don't need to worry about it. And look at this woman just got into a big old SUV, getting up and using the car cane to lift herself up. Look at the way it fits in that strike plate right there. And once it's in there, it's not going to come out. That's the great thing about it. Gravity holds it in place, and then once you put your weight on it, you've got that flashlight. You can see the ground before you get out of the car, you know, and it's going to make it safer for everybody. And it gives back freedom. It's freedom, it's mobility.
Yeah.
You know, for people out there.
You can go someplace by yourself and maybe not worry as much of, am I going to be able to get in and out of my vehicle?
Right.
Because you have that handle. And again, this is how simple it is.
That's
you
it.
just slide it right in there.
No installation. Look at that.
No installation whatsoever. And then you have an instant handle. And it really is in the perfect place.
Isn't it?
Just to give you that support. You know, definitely, it's very strong and sturdy.
It's because it's so low. That's the nice thing about it, is because the strike plate on the door is mounted halfway down. So it's at that perfect point for either easing yourself into the car or lifting yourself out of the car. And again, if somebody out there is a caregiver, this is going to be a godsend for you, because we all know how difficult it is to get somebody who's got bad back or something into the car, and you're holding two hands with them and trying to get them in. This is going to give them back that mobility, that independence, where they can actually lift themselves up and down, lower themselves in the vehicle. And look at how sturdy that is right there. You can see that's the way it mounts, non-slip handle on this. So once I grab this, this is secure. I mean, I feel really good with this. Up to 350 pounds weight capacity on this bad boy. So, I mean, that's a lot of weight. And it's not heavy. And that's the cool thing about it. It's really not that heavy in the hand. It's just very, very strong.
And you've got that non-strip grip on this.
Non-skid, yeah.
Non-skip, excuse me. So it's you know, very sturdy. It fits perfectly. It's almost like an ergonomic feel to this. So it's very, very comfortable on your wrist, on your hand. So when you do place this in your car, it's not an uncomfortable angle. It's very comfortable.
No, it is. And now watch this. I'm going to break this window, and I want you to see. I'm kidding.
Gosh,
where's Chad? I'm kidding, Chad. I'm not going to break his window.
Honestly, when you've been talking, I've been like, I would love to just try
You want to, right? I feel like I really want to.
Done that.
I want to do that.
But I'm not going to.
We're not going to do it.
You want to.
Right. But you could. But remember, now, watch this one more time, real quick. I'm going to go through the whole installation process and everything. Ready? Okay. Here we go. There's the strike plate on your car. It's on 99% of the vehicles on the road. Here's your car cane. Slide it in. Done. That's it. And now you put your weight on it, up to 350 pounds. And I'm leaning on this thing. I mean, I'm putting some heavy weight on this right now.
Yeah. All doors.
Very secure.
Front,
back, side.
Passenger, driver.
SUVs, big cars, small cars, sports cars.
I love this.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Like you said, hit in the forehead.
If you got hip pain, knee pain, back pain, you need the car cane.
You really do. And you're getting it home for $9.98 today. Now about 1,000, no, more than 1,000 of these are gone today. So congratulations to all of you that are getting this home. Yeah. I can't wait to read the reviews about this one.
You're gonna love
this is going to be such a big lifesaver for so many of us.
A life changer.
Lou, thank you for, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for being here today. What time are you back?
11 a.m.
We'll see you at 11. All right, we're going to send it back over to Guy.